Guru Whoopie, hi. Have to lift my spirits on Outlast Trials clip. Last night we were going to oof. Well, I will try to hopefully lift your spirits up with some Pokemon Fire Red. Because we're going to go battle some literal spirits in Lavender Town today. But how are you two doing today? Well, I mean, Guru, you just told me, but I hope I can make your morning better anyway. Went to the Pokemart and spent a lot of money for items, including TM31. I do like this little recap thing it does. I wish more games had something like this, so if you hadn't played for a while. It was so depressing. It's rare to see gore that doesn't just gross you out. I mean, Outlast in general is a pretty unpleasant game from the things I've seen. But yeah, last time when we played, we came here to the Pokemon Center. And Kors got to finally evolve into a Golem. Got the big defense power. Ooh, okay, Kors has Rock Head. I'll keep that in mind if he starts learning Double Edge or something like that, that it won't deal with backlash damage. Never saw gameplay, just knew the game's name like, damn. Is this the game y'all are raving about? Man. Well, that's the thing, like, I don't think anything good or positive ever happens in the Outlast games. Yeah, we already did do the rival fight up here in Pokemon Tower. My day started off pretty rough, got some bad news, but has improved come the evening. Well, I'm glad your day is doing better. Yeah, starting your day off with bad news or bad anything can make it pretty rough. Ooh, let's see what Pokemon we can encounter up here. We got Outlast? What are we outlasting? Edging? Oh. It's your day, Ben. The ghost appeared. Darn, the ghost can't be ID'd. Well, it's okay, we can still take it down with a well-placed peck. Red Bull's too scared to move. Get out! Get out! All we can do is run. But yeah, I've mostly been at home all day. I've been kind of sleepy, kind of lethargic. But yeah, we can't do anything with the ghosts at Lavender Tower quite yet. There's actually another place we have to head to. The ghost of Cock and Balls. Well, that's why I come as white, because it's shooting out all the ghosts. That's why you have to have aftercare, because, like, your dude just kind of, like, dies for a little while after he comes. You gotta help bring him back to life. I'm a rambling gaming dude. That's so smart. Also, all of the gamblers from Red, Blue, and Yellow were changed to gamers. So this is what a gamer is like, you guys. No wonder there's so much gay priest porn. But yeah, despite gambling still being in this game, yeah, they're changed to gamers. Oh, wait, fuck, I still don't think I taught V8 a freaking water move. I'm going to cry myself. I don't want to use the only freaking Water Pulse TM. Especially when V8, I think, will learn Water Pulse on his own. Wondering why they didn't say Rambling Gambling. Yeah, he says Rambling Gambling in red, blue, and yellow. Pachinko parlors have screens. Games have screens. Well, okay, this was actually a thing in the 2000s. A lot of casinos were trying to change their thing from, like, kind of to try to get rid of casinos, like, kind of dirty reputation. They were trying to rename it to, like, you know, like gaming or something like that for a little while. Okay, this, you have to keep in mind, this is before modern culture about, like, you know, RGB headsets and all that shit. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Rain. Multi-tabudrito! But hi, Rain. How are you doing today, as if I wasn't talking to you like 5 minutes ago? Missed the big chance! We were just talking about gamers. Playing games and Pokemon are just like eating peanuts. I can't stop. How are you on this lovely Pokemonday? Here in Japan, parents used to take their kids to pachinko parlors. There was a mass kidnapping. That's so fucked. Like, on multiple levels. Don't take your kids gambling. That's right, I already battled that guy earlier. Oh, I didn't battle the twins yet. We'll shock you with our twin power. And twins Ellie and Anne. Annie, are you okay? Turns out that people who go to gamble-focused places tend to kidnap kids. Who'd have thunk it? I am completely in shock. How do I want to do this? No, I don't think Red Bull's defenses are strong enough to take any attacks. That's right, they're still normal types here. Big money. Big money, small fairy. Also, I kid you not, I have not seen Dot, like, all day. Last night, she wanted to go outside. I haven't seen her all day. And then as soon as I come set up everything for stream, she just shows up out of nowhere. And is currently sitting beside me on my chair. Also, hello, Julia Michelle. Miss Dot just missed her mama. Instant transmissions to you when you start streaming. Actually, though, you started that story, almost made me sad. Thank God. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like, start it off like it was going to be a sad story. No, she was feeling a little out of it the day before. I think she just needed to go eat some grass and stuff. Rollout, I'm going to pass on rollout. I know it can be handy, but she can sense when you start. It really... Oh boy, clicking follow me when you only have one Pokemon left. This is like playing Pokeball Tier and Champions all over again. Rain, I actually did start up Champions, which I probably... Well, you know that because, twin power. Because, you know, Oh, 5 stream streak. Look at that girl streaking. No, seriously, everybody go look. Wow. 2 things worry me when I can't see them, my cat and spiders, because when they disappear, it's never good. Well, the thing is, I live at the very far end of a long driveway in my neighborhood, so they don't even get anywhere close to the road. I'm not worried about that. And it's like all grass and fields in every direction for me. Aside from like my neighbor's house. So I don't really worry about them being outside because none of them go farther than like maybe into my neighbor's yard. Whoop. Usually, if Dot's outside for a long period of time, it's because she's feeling a little out of it. She's been, like, more congested again. You know, I really honestly wonder if she's got allergies. Because when the weather warmed up and there's pollen shit outside everywhere, her sniffles came back. Bless you. And she just snuzzled. It's funny because Dot's sitting on the arm of my chair and Julia's sitting on my leg. And so the way that they're set up, when Dot sneezed, it just got all over Julia, and Julia just gave her like the bombastic side eye. Julia literally just got up and left after that. Bless you, Dot. Yo, 18 viewers, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the follow, Melody. Hi, Maddie. Totally already following. It's okay. The amount of people I'm damn sure I'm following and then realize I'm not. And then I'm like, I wonder why they never go live anymore. I feel like Twitch must have like unfollowed people, like just unfollowed a bunch of people. Failed the raid check. Ugh. And thus we have been raided. But yes, thank you so much, everybody, for the raid. My name is Makea, a.k.a. Mott's the Gaming Mouse. I completely forgot my intro. God fucking damn it, give me a sec. Sorry. I play RPGs, retro, indies, platformers, and a whole lot more. So if that sounds like your cup of tea or your cup of cheese, then grab a controller and you can all sit down together with me in front of the big CRT TV and we can play our favorite games together. I'm my own creature. I do what I want. Julia Roberts? Actually, her name's Julia Michelle Heineman. You seem familiar. Nah. Cup of cheese? Well, yeah. Cottage cheese. A cup of cottage cheese and a spoon and some wheat thins and some craisins. Oh, that sounds really good. Because actually I think Rain's the only, like, tea drinker here. But I was going to ask, Lies, I drink tea. Nope, Rain took it all. I'm sorry, Maddie. I hate that you had to learn about it this way. I also drink tea. I like tea. Okay, fine. Milk drinker. Oh, come on, Kubi. You're lactose illiterate. We know that you drink every milk that you can possibly get your hands on. Lactose illiterate baby girls be all like, yes, I will have a cup of chocolate milk and a bagel with cream cheese for breakfast with some cottage cheese. Filthy coffee ad monster consumer. Oh, trust me, Guru. I know you can consume a monster. Well, with Rain, the tea evaporates, so we all get to have some eventually. True. Poor Kubi catching strays. They're not strays if they're aimed directly at her. You mean the drink, right? You mean the drink, right? Vine Boom. Coffee enjoyer. Dang. They're domestics. Domestic coffee? Poor Kubi. Shot through the heart, and you're too gay, darling. You give love a bad name. You should have drawn your art, but you spent all day playing games, darling. You give love a bad name. I like Nidoran, so I collect them. Last page. Don't worry, guys. I may enjoy coffee, but I'm against Starbucks. I'm too cheap. Bro, like, okay, there's a Starbucks right beside the McDonald's where I work, okay? And I'm like, why the fuck would I go to Starbucks and spend $9 on coffee when there is a fucking McDonald's right there and I can get any size iced coffee for $2? So if I want caramel, caffeine, and rotten teeth, then I can do that for like a quarter of the price. You see, I've told you before I'm 1/4 white. That's why I'm talking about coffee right now. Because I'm white enough to want iced coffee, but not white enough to go to Starbucks. Dunkin' Donuts better. Okay, here's the awesome thing, Kubi. My local Walmart's setting up to where they're going to have a Dunkin' Donuts in the Walmart, and I am very excited. I've never liked any drink from Starbucks. They all taste burnt to me. McDonald's coffee's bad, though. Okay, it's bad, but it's cheap. Just like me. And I mean, I think their McCafe coffees, like the macchiatos and stuff, are better than the regular iced coffee. Well, no, I am so happy that not only is the Walmart getting a Dunkin' Donuts, because for a while they had no place to sit down or do anything in there. It's okay, Guru. But I'm also not a coffee connoisseur. I'm just like, I'm a cheap hoe, so something tastes a lot better to me if it saved me $6. But no, here's the thing. Not only are we getting the Dunkin' Donuts, because for like 3 years or so, this Walmart has no place to sit down, no place to rest, no place to relax. Not only are we getting the Dunkin', but they put the benches back by the bathrooms and stuff, because there used to be no benches anywhere at my local Walmart. And they've started putting them back in their normal spots, and it's so great because you can just sit down. I'm like, nature is healing. Little by little. Imagine a place to sit. America's healing. Why? Why? School's fun, but so are Pokemon. Why? Leslie. Coughing. Shit, I can't use ground attacks against coughing because it's got levitate because this is Generation 3. I don't know what to do about this thing. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. I need a place to rep my fat, juicy, bubble butt ass. See, that's my perpetual problem. Because, okay, here's the thing. Even when I was a teenager and the rest of my body was, like, borderline anorexic-looking, stick-thin skinny, I still had a fat ass. The fat-ass autism allegations are not being dodged. Ack! Oh, do not. Well, it's okay. I already seeded you. The description is killing me. I'm sorry. I really was the skinny bitch with a fat ass. Wow, I can't believe you got your yours backward. Unforgivable, get out. Because I've never made a single typo ever. Especially not in Kubi's chat. And I especially haven't typoed the opposite of the thing I was actually intending to say. Not even once. No one has any proof otherwise either. I like how Macchiato's just been sitting here and winning by doing absolutely nothing. It's never been read the opposite either. Of course not. Literally nobody I know is dyslexic. We definitely don't have years worth of footage of it either. No. Girl, that was like 2 genders ago, okay? It doesn't count anymore. You made it clear to me that I should stick with school. Footage. There she goes talking about feet. Only 2. Scale issue. I was planning on getting some fresh air for a change, but we're stuck here because of the gates at Saffron. 2? 2 of them? Meowth is so cute. Meow, 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 meow. Last Andrea sent out Meowth. Snipe her. I mean, I've already got 2 cat girls in chat at least, so. Red dot appears on the forehead, it's me. Yo, sometimes you just gotta put on your cat ears and be meow. Wow, 2 cat girls. One draws... There are 2 cat girls inside you. One draws gay men. The other draws homosexual men. I am a seal girl. I see. Yeah, we're inside you, all right. Vine Boom. I've got to get some freaking audio clips. There are 2 cat girls inside you. I hope you used lube. No, I just got pinned down. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I've really got to get some kind of pass filter for my brain before things just come out of my mouth. I've got to get everybody caught up, but Kors is carrying the entire team. I'm very sorry. Ooh, free money. I know the EXP share is in this game, and I thought you could get it around now. Don't worry, we all know you do. Yeah, fair enough. Meow. See, this is why I go shut up from myself. It's not from self-hatred, it's me trying to filter myself. I think Pidgey and Rattata are cute too. Saffron's gatekeeper won't let us through. I know he's doing his job, but I think he's mean. Well, I will do all of the girl bossing in this situation. Oh, that tea. It looks awfully tasty. Huh? I can have this drink? Gee, thanks. If you want to go to Saffron City, you can go on through. I'll share this tea with the other guards. I have successfully bribed the police. Alrighty, all you cuties, grab your favorite sugar-free, caffeine-free beverage of choice and take a nice big sippy. I got my water tumbler right here. That is some good Mizu. Spill the tea, sis. Alright, gays and nays, gonna head out and go find some food. Go eat you a food, Kubi. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And thank all the raiders for coming by and hanging out, too.
Ah, watch where you're walking.
Pokemon Trainer Fan Club. Many trainers have scribbled their names on this sign.
Brock's the last word on cool. End of story. Now there's a guy I want to be like.
I think trainers are cool when they're battling. Don't you think so, too? You should say Raider, I say under new management. Also, I'm back. Had to step away for a sec because cats.
All of us gathered here are fans of Pokemon trainers. The way they look in battle, they're the picture of coolness. Perhaps you will be talked about here too, if you keep winning.
I wonder if I can become a cool trainer one day. I do love me some empty couches. Ooh, it's a big old CRT TV. Meowth using Payday is scary. Destabilizing the economy. There's a Pokemon on TV and it looks like it's having fun. Ooh, let's go shopping. Max Repel keeps weaker Pokemon from appearing. Max Repel stays effective longer than Super Repel. Max Repel is a pyramid scheme. Don't buy it. Revives costly, but it revives fainted Pokemon. You see, the thing is with the older games, because Max Repel repels Pokemon for 250 steps and costs 700 yen. But a Super Repel does 200, only 50 less steps, but only costs 500 yen. We got 6 escape ropes, that should be good. How many balls I got? 15, that should do. I know you mentioned Pokemon Champions earlier, and I still want to set up a small community tournament. I mean, I am like super duper just starting. I just downloaded it last night and did like the first day stuff.
Don't get defiant or I'll have to hurt ya.
Fighting Dojo. We'll come back for that later.
Boss said he'll take this town in the name of Team Rocket.
What do you want? Get lost. There's not much we can do in Saffron yet, but for right now, mostly it's an easy way to get between Celadon and Lavender. Police casually threatening children, as usual. Well, I love that there are 4 guards, and, like, not only can a child bribe them with tea, but they're doing nothing about Team Rocket. Granted, like, I always kind of headcanoned when I was younger that these guards weren't real guards. They were assigned by Team Rocket to keep people out of the city. I mean, it'd be a for fun tournament, so everyone has to pull for their team. Oh, interesting. I'm going to run around here a little bit because I want to level up my cuties before we do anything else. Hey, beautiful and lovely Matty, would you be willing to check Cerebi and see when V8 or Red Bull will learn their next moves? If you don't feel up to it, that's cool. But Julia has retaken her spot on my lap, and my phone is out of my reach. Be down to pull for my team. On it. Thank you, Maddie. I love you and you're wonderful. And you're cute. Actually, wait a minute. I am a dingle doofus. I don't know why. Red Bull and V8, right? Yeah. But, okay, I remember when I was streaming last time, when I was streaming Fire Red, I was playing in such a hurry, and I have no idea why. I completely forgot that I got Fly. Next move, Red Bull's level 21. Okay, so it's not that far. This reminds me of the JP drama I was watching with the main character who's a police officer. He goes to a career event day in a school, and his daughter spent her entire speech slandering her father. It wasn't meant to be funny, but oh, that's amazing. Base daughter. Yeah, I completely forgot I can just use Fly now, so let's go ahead and put that over Growl. Slap that TM on one of your heads. Machine set. Fun random. I guess you guys get a free video game fact because I feel like it. Machine, the 6 machine from Beautiful Joe for the anime adaptations was changed to Machine 6 for the English version because the localization team thought it sounded too much like Sex Machine being said quickly when it was said quickly. Hi, Big Kyle. I can be more specific if you want. No, I just kind of wanted a kind of a vague general idea. So that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. Thank you, Maddie. Okay, I have completely forgotten I am playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, not Red and Blue or Yellow, so I can just rematch trainers. Fuck. Why would you guys do that to me? Blackberry. We're talking about Beautiful Joe. Henshin a go-go, baby. Oh yeah, these berry spots finally regenerated. I think they regenerate every 1,500 steps after you pick them up. Because Fire Red and Leaf Green don't have an internal clock, so everything's like based on steps and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers, but there was a Beautiful Joe anime on Kids WB. Okay, I'm kissing you on the mouth for that. Oh, whoa. At least buy me a drink first. I'm kidding, I'm very easy. The drink should be caffeine-free Diet Coke. Abra! I want to have a psychic type on my team. Is Pepsi okay? I guess. No, actually, I do have some caffeine-free Diet Pepsi in the fridge because, like, I like my diet sodas. But even though I kind of prefer Diet Coke most of the time, I'll buy whichever one's on the most sale. And Diet Pepsi happened to have been the one on sale at Walmart, so... Personal preference cannot override the fact that I am a cheapskate. Ah, Beautiful Joe, me as a common writer. That's not true. Beautiful Joe has a girlfriend. I really want to stream the Beautiful Joe games, though. They are so freaking good. Like, it is an actual crime that the Beautiful Joe games don't have some kind of HD collection. I mean, Capcom's getting there. They got Okami, Onimusha 1 and 2. It's weird because I always felt like Beautiful Joe had a pretty good cultural footprint. Police, I'd like to report, but I'm sorry. I love you, Cole. Only exploded is Beautiful Joe is... I'm fine. No, that wasn't Dot. That was me just not paying attention to what I was doing. Watching it because... just to see Dante in a black Speedo. Dave Partis, he states, cool guys wear Speedo. Like, fuck yeah, they do. It's like watching Germa getting nuked all over again. Okay, let's see if my whatchamacallit refungalized so I can do the thingamajigger. Those are the technical terms. Oh, wait, okay, can I get... Alright. My friend has mini cute Pokemon. I am so jealous. Wow, like, your own Pokemon just heard you say that. Haley. Why would you say that about your own Pokemon?
I know what you did, Haley.
My apologies to anybody watching the pod or lurking in chat named Haley. It's like that one thing from her Pokemon side-eyeing her. It's like, okay, we're not cute. I see how it is. But no, it reminds me of that one Corone thing where she's watching, I think, a preview trailer. Hi, welcome back, Maddie, with food. What you got? I have to be nosy. You have to tell me about your food. But Corone watching that Resident Evil 7 trailer, and then she just turns and like faces the camera and then just says Ethan with like a perfect American accent. Like she nails the TH and everything. I'm not so jealous. That sushi I was talking about yesterday, funnily enough, and some donut holes. Nice, nice. Hopping up and down, he's not even on the magnet chain. I'm a cool guy. I've got a girlfriend. I'll show her how cool I am for sure this time. Corone just practicing English in secret. I think she's mentioned offhandedly that she has been trying to learn English. Like, this is, granted, like, this has been years and years ago at this point. Imagine having a girlfriend. I'll show my girlfriend how cool I am by fighting some random kid. Glad this kid has a GF. Well, I mean, yeah, the game was developed by Game Freak. Oh, maybe he attends Seed Academy and he got a Guardian Force. Meowth versus Ekans. Drew my GF and got Siren. Random game trivia. Give me a sec. Thank you, Guru. Maybe I'll find a GF before... Sorry, I didn't need to do that. It's okay. Find a GF before 30. Doubt it, though. Well, again, I reiterate the whole, like, lesbian thing of, wow, you're such a great friend. You are, too. I'm glad I can talk to you. You, too. I feel like I can trust you with anything. I just feel better when you're around. You, too. Man, I wish I could find a girlfriend like you. And I wish I could find a girlfriend like you. Yep, guess we'll both be alone forever. Oh, darn. The Arrow Ace spec makes it even worse. You have to spin the roulette. Don't worry, the one special girl who brings you garlic bread will be the right girl. Aw, darn indeed. Fortunately, I don't have lesbian friends that I'm like that with. Oh, you're such a great friends. I love how great friends we are. We're pussies deep inside each other now. Platonic scissoring. Okay, outside of the context of that being like a lesbian sex thing, that sounds like the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Just the cadence. I kid you not, I thought that Dark Souls was a Yu-Gi-Oh card when I first heard about the game. Because, like, okay, outside of the context of us all knowing what Dark Souls is and it being such, like, a cultural thing, does that not sound like totally the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Platonic scissoring, I love Johto. Activated my trap card, Platonic Scissoring. Now you're a Harpy Girl, engaged with Dark Magician Girl, and... Well, I guess it ain't a children's card game anymore. Scissoring, I love arts and crafts. Hop into stream, the first thing I read is Platonic Scissoring. Welcome in, Gusty. You should be used to this by now. But how are you doing on this lovely... I guess it'd be like... really late at night / early Tuesday morning? And by early, I mean like... what, like 1 a.m.? But how are you doing, Gusty? Oh, darn. We are leveling up our cuties in Fire Red, and then we're going to take on the spooky Lavender Tower. Wahoo! Oh, Maddie, I remember 21 for Red Bull. What was the next level move for V8? Putting one of my friends through Monster Hunter Stories 3 now that I have finished the game. I actually recently finally got Trails in the Sky first chapter. Which, like, I've played the original version, but I haven't finished it yet for PC. But I really wanted the remake. I love Estelle. I love just the first Trails in the Sky in general, just the vibes and everything. Ooh, Tri-Attack, hell yeah. Must resist. Why resist, Guru? This is the place where we all come to nerd out. You tear that can of worms right open, girly pop. Send a little. It's 23 for V8. Okay, but V8's at 25 right now. I'm pretty sure. The page. Let's try our new attack. Didn't know that. Okay, I'm sorry, Maddie. Thank you for your help, though. Baraki Dios. Level 30. Okay. Try attack. We can certainly give it a shot. Well, it's just Duo right now, so I guess it'd be by attack, which is appropriate for a lot of people in this chat. I had this feeling. I knew I had to battle you again. I should probably at least finish the demo for Monster Hunter Stories 3. Youngster Chad. No doubt Icons. Okay, like, I was thinking about this because, like, by attack, go! Everyone hot. See? Got that burn because everybody's so hot because I used my by attack. But okay, like, because you probably noticed if you watch some more modern games, despite Red Bull being a girl, she still got the black neck instead of the tan neck. And the thing is, like, a bunch of older Pokemon didn't get their gender differences and stuff until Generation 4. And while I have no problem from any Pokemon introduced afterward having, like, differences in their gender, I mean, hell, Meowstic, which is, like, my second favorite Pokemon, has some of the most expressive gender differences between Pokemon. But I just don't feel like, with the exception of a few, maybe like the Hearttail Pikachu, which I really like, I feel like most of the gender differences are both pointless and kind of ruin the iconic look of certain Pokemon. And it also has some weird retconning stuff when you go watch older episodes of the anime, and, like, even a Pikachu that's very clearly supposed to be a girl has, like, the flat tail or whatever. Which, I mean, okay, transgender Pikachu, hell yeah, but I feel like that probably wasn't the intent of the original authors at the time. I mean, again, at this point, it's been a thing for longer than it hasn't. I mean, Diamond and Pearl themselves are 20 years old at this point. Or at least they didn't go with the singular horn Charizard, I know, thank God. Like, some of the gender differences from the unused, like, beta stuff was really bad. Same for pre-evolutions. I feel like that's different because that's a whole nother Pokemon. And I mean, some of the gender differences are so unbelievably minor, like some like female Scythers or whatever having like a 10% larger abdomen, that it feels like almost pointless. Again, I feel like if you're somebody who started with Gen 4, which is probably most of my audience, then that kind of thing probably doesn't matter at all to you. I mean, there is really good biology in that for Sizer. I know. I mean, like, I do get it. But it feels like they just kind of gave themselves a lot of extra work because now, like, there are a good 100 or so Pokemon where you have to have 2 different models for them for everything they appear in. I mean, Hypno has sexual dimorphism, I only found out recently. Isn't it like the fluff on its neck or something is different? This feeling, I knew I had to battle you again. Youngster Chad, certified Chad moment. Gonna be real, I think you just hate Gen 4, half joking. I don't-ish. It's more like it just so happens that a lot of specific things that I have very inconsequential beef with happen to have been from Gen 4. Which is ironic because I'm like one of the biggest Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl stands. Julia Michelle, get down. I wasn't pushing Julia Michelle off my lap. She was trying to climb up on my shelf that has like my PS2 and Dreamcast on it. If she was sitting chill and comfortably on my lap, that would be just fine. Inconsequential Beef is the name of my acid rock band. That's a pretty good name. We got my idiom finder. Nothing here. Well, one thing I really do like with Gen 4 is I actually quite like the item finder. Having a little map at the bottom of the screen that you can just tap is a lot of fun. The Poketch in general is interesting, and I do like the, like, kind of Game Boy throwback LCD style interface. Well, it's not really very Game Boy. It's more, I guess, in the realm of something like a Game & Watch. Though one of the funniest things to me is in Diamond and Pearl, the Pikachu face that's on the regular, like, time clock is, like, kind of a little bit derpy looking. And they actually fixed it for Platinum. I mean, the Poketch in general, I think I just really liked because it was cool being able to track roaming Pokemon. And you could do a thing that would show you where all your berries were, which, like, that was one of my biggest things because I almost never used berries. I think I planted berries at, like, one specific spot in, like, Ruby Sapphire or Emerald. I think it was outside Mauville. You know, there's that long stretch from, like, the beach all the way to Verdanturf. Yo, Nerix, welcome in. Thank you so much for dropping by. I reached 60 followers, you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Also, I realized I did not give you that game fact that you redeemed a minute ago. Give me just a sec. I'm so sorry. But thank you, first-time Chatternerics. How are you doing today? The Squeak Squad grows. Welcome to the Squeak Squad. I used a villa to get berries in post-game for Gen 4 berries. Okay, here is my my weird game fact. Okay, outside of PlayStation, Star Ocean has had a very bizarre release history. Because the first game was a Super NES exclusive, second game was PS1 exclusive. That was pretty normal for RPGs at the time. The third game came out exclusively for PS2, but the fourth game was an Xbox 360 exclusive at launch, and then it got a PS3 remaster. Well, not exactly a remaster at the time. It was a port with extra content called Star Ocean: The Last Hope International. The fifth game launched on PS3 and PS4, but the PS3 version was Japan only. And the sixth game launched on PS4, Xbox One, PS5, and Series X. The thing is, the second game got a remake a few years ago, and that came out for Switch, PS4 and 5, and PC. Oh, and also the sixth game came out for PC. And Generation 4... Not Generation 4, goddammit. The fourth game got a remaster for PS4 and PC. So the fourth game's remaster is not available on Xbox. It's only on PlayStation. And the only games on PC are the second, fourth, and sixth. So only even-numbered Star Ocean games are available on PC. Because the first game got a remake on PSP, and that remake got a remaster for Switch, PS4, and not PC. It's actually one of the few modern games to come out without a PC release besides Vanillaware. So PS4 has the whole series. Because the PS2, the second game... Generation. Oh. I'm so sorry. But yeah, because the second game actually got a PSP remaster, and that released only in Japan for PS3, PS4, and Vita, which is different from the remake. Even though all three versions of Star Ocean 2 have different content. Though the content is similar enough between the remaster and remake that they actually reused the same English script for both, aside from a few minor changes in like tutorial text and stuff. No little Kakuna run. No little Kakuna run. You're not a match for Red Bull. Yeah, there is your gaming fact. Star Ocean's release history is really weird. Because you can actually get the original Xbox 360 version of Star Ocean 4 on Xbox One or Xbox Series through backward compatibility. You can play the Xbox 360 disc on it, too. Heat Spin Grody doing good other than that. Yeah, also, I don't think they're in here right now, but None Ya Business actually followed while I was offline a couple days ago. I wanted to say thank them for the follow, but I don't think they've been on since. I did see them for a minute in Kubi's stream, though. Get shaned. So it was none of your business, it's true. Truth in advertising. Okay, I'll stomp you. You promise? Ethan. Whoa, too much. 360. See, we're just talking about the Xbox 360. It's weird because there was this whole, like, thing in the early days of the Xbox 360 where, like, a bunch of RPGs all came out really close together. Even though I was second in line, I was the best, wasn't I? There were a bunch of RPGs that were just exclusive to Xbox 360. Does Coors have a child? No. Lass Alley. What a cool name. Sometimes an adult muck will have a child. Lost Odyssey is such a cool... And there's Lost Odyssey, like, all in a really short span of time. There was, like, Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, Tales of Vesperia, Star Ocean The Last Hope, Eternal Sonata. Meow. Hi, Jira. How are you doing today on this lovely Monday evening? Playing some Pokemon Fire Red. This isn't a challenge run or anything special like that. We're just doing a normal playthrough of Fire Red because I really like this game. You and Rain both playing Gen 1s, getting my wires so crossed on who's done what despite being different iterations. Well, no, see, I'm playing this, 2 different playthroughs of Leaf Green, and the Cramorant Yellow edition that I play at work, so I'm getting my wires crossed on my own playthroughs. I'm so glad Fire Red and Leaf Green will retell what you've done when you start the game every time. How could I lose? Saving the game. Okie dokie. I have to remember that I have Fly here now. Also, never played a Gen 1 game, so it's harder for my brain to remember what you even do. I mean, that's understandable. It is so weird to me, as Pokemon obsessed as you are, that you've never, like, played through a Gen 1 game. Nothing shocked me more than remembering Victor from the book Frankenstein actually has one more brother. Oh yeah, the spoils gotta go to somebody. They've all evaded me. Oh, what am I to do? Someone stole our self-scope. The thief came running this way, I'm sure of it. I lost sight of him. Where did he go? Never touching Gen 1's crazy. Yeah, Leaf Green, Fire Red or Leaf Green. Probably Leaf Green, honestly, because that's literally the only place to get Slowpoke. Maddie, I swear I'm gonna send you, like, $20-something of eShop money. Ernest gets the middle child treatment. Only talk about Victor or William. Wait, why am I going back this way? I mean, personally, I think the Gen 1 setup and everything is just so well done and well constructed. Okay, guys, I really want to add something to use Psychic to my team, but I can't decide what, and I don't want to use Alakazam. And I've used Hypno in a playthrough recently. Actually, I think I do kind of know what I want to get, but I can't get it for a while now. Damn it. If you do that, I will play Leaf Green, but only if you allow me to give you $20 or something. Just like, yeah, that's fine. You can do that, Maddie. Let's do Starmie. I do like Starmie, but I've decided I want to use Vaporeon as my water type, and I don't want to have too much overlap, especially in a game that, like, where I don't have to worry about waterfall and dive and whirlpool and all that. PP up, like, comment, subscribe if you get your PP up. Because it always makes me so sad having to, like, either having to double dip a water type, teach Surf to something that can't use it very well. Where's Corfish? In Hoenn. Yippee! I'm on vacation! My sis brought me along! Awesome! I'm on vacation with my brother and my boyfriend. Celadon's such a pretty city.
Why? Why did she bring her brother?
These three live rent-free in my head. Pokemon? No, this is a hotel for people. We're full up, unfortunately. It's so real. Hey. I hate how that's my future because me and my brother are so close.
What are you staring at? Get lost or I'll punch you.
Friendly people in this town.
Psst, there's a basement under the game corner, I hear.
Oh. With your... Look at this guy with his fucking omu rice. Ooh, that smells tasty. You might get the stomach growling. I don't think I've ever seen that text before. I've never tried to examine that. Look at this guy with his fucking beer. It's a cup with a Pokemon mark on it.
Go ahead. Laugh. I'm flat out busted.
Alakazam would be fun, but I don't have the ability to trade with myself. I plan on using it in my Soul Silver playthrough when I get Chikorita Cyndaquil Shiny.
No more slots for me. I'm going straight.
Damn. Imagine being flat busted and straight. Cannot relate.
Here, I won't be needing this anymore.
Damn, he bustin' in the corner of a restaurant. Bustin' makes me feel good.
I just thought I was gonna win it back.
You see, that's why it's important for these games to have the casinos to show you that gambling fucking sucks and ruins your life.
Man at the table lost it all at the slots.
Because, again, I feel like the gambling getting taken out and the whole harsh ruling from Peggy and stuff with the ratings board is, once again, people who don't understand art assuming that showing that something exists means that you're condoning the thing you're showing. No, the gambling fucking sucks in the Pokemon games because literally everyone I've talked to who grew up with them, like, whenever they talk about the gambling games being removed, like the Game Corner, they're always like, the Game Corner taught me that gambling sucks and I never want to play slots in real life.
Hi. Sorry. We're taking a break right now.
Dude, I've worked at a restaurant before. Do not take a break behind the counter in your full uniform. My Pokemon are weak, so I often have to go to the drugstore. No. The average person has a fantastic understanding of art and its merits. I mean, probably, but the stupid ones are sure fucking loud.
Chief, we shipped 2,000 more Pokemon as slot prizes again today. Don't touch the poster at the game corner. There's no secret switch behind it.
A Nintendo Switch?
A slot's just real in the dough big time.
Ah, yes. Showing a bad guy doing a bad thing must mean that they are okay with it. I love dough, yummy and sweet. Shout out to all the sourdough starters in COVID. Man, I blew it all at the slots. Oh, we got that one guy busting at the corner, and this guy blew it all.
I knew I should have cashed my coins in for prizes.
Rocket Game Corner, the playground for grown-ups. Rawr. Coins exchanged for prizes. Prizes inside. I mean, how else did that other guy bust? It's all coming together, just like those two guys. Trainer tips. Guard spec protects Pokemon from status-reducing moves during battle. Get your items at the Celadon Depth store. Okay. Saw that joke coming a mile away. And the one you thought there. You see, I have 2 ideas for psychic Pokemon I'd really like to add to my team. But I don't think I can get either of them anytime soon. This sure is a seedy city. Good thing I got Bulbasaur. And yes, I get what you mean by the seed thing tying into the other joke. Okay. I don't know what you mean. Damn it. And we can go to Mr. Psychic's house.
Wait! Don't say a word. You wanted this. You already know, don't you? TM29 is psychic. It's an attack that may lower a target's special stats.
I mean, the funniest thing to me is that once you know he's here in Saffron to give you that free TM, that's exactly what you're coming here for, so he's right.
I'm a security guard. Suspicious kids, I don't allow in.
I'm not suspicious. I'm adorable. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Imagine losing to a Pokemon using normal. Imagine being normal. Okay, wait. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go do it. The thing is, like, this is the best part of the game to have something for your psychic type. I am now Vanilla Pudding. And he used the move Steel. Blue Steel? It's the whole balance of Blue Steel versus Latigra. Hey, you have better things to do, champion making Celadon's gym leader's Erica. She's the user of grass-type Pokemon and at one with nature. She might appear docile because of her flower arranging, but she's not one to be taken lightly. Oh, that's Thief. Oh.
Games are scary. It's so easy to get hooked.
These slot games, win or lose, it's only by luck.
Keep this quiet. It's rumored that this place is run by Team Rocket.
And you continue to patronize it. God, I can already hear the sensory overload from that room. Yeah.
Kid, you want to play?
Kid, I'm in my third... Okay, you know what? It's free money. I think these machines have different odds. There's also floor coins.
What's up? Want some coins? I hate whenever pachinko parlors' doors open because it just messes with my senses. Oh no, I can't stand it. There aren't really exactly pachinko parlors in America, but there are a lot of like... Well, they're not really arcades, but there are places they'll have a bunch of these like... They call them like video poker or whatever, but they're really more solitaire that you gamble on. And the machines are also loud, noisy, and very uncomfortable to be around when you're neurodivergent. Rocket Game Corner, you need some coins? You see, that's the thing. I never do the gamble machines in this. I just, once I have like a ton of in-game money, I just buy the coins for whatever I need. Imagine you guys have a similar type place. Yeah, they're not as common, but a lot of them are in malls. I'm guarding this poster. Go away. Or else. I'm glad he's guarding that inconspicuous poster that very definitely does not have a secret switch behind it. Raticate. Arcades are the same effect for me. I couldn't go for a while because I would low-key have a panic attack. Thing is, like, in America, arcades died right when I was, like, not died, but they became much less common, like, right when I was becoming just old enough to be aware of what video games are. It's a pretty huge casino about 2-ish hours away from me, a huge building in the middle of flat fields and a forest. Something about that always makes me a little uncomfortable for some reason. But, like, I do remember going to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid with, SCP-ass building. I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid, with, like, my mom's college buddy, the same one she bought the NES from, with, like, her daughter. And, like, I spent a lot of it being overwhelmed until I found a location test Mega Man Power Battle arcade cabinet, and I just played that the entire time. Starting to think I also couldn't go to a casino, not that I would want to. I never think about it being nothing but loud noises. Apparently it's a frequent spot to go for an aunt of mine. That's depressing. I low-key want to go to a casino just out of curiosity, but I know I'd be miserable. Dang. I mean, why go to a casino with loud machines and other people when you can just... Every fucking game on your phone you can download as a casino now. It just looks like a giant shard of glass and metal stabbed into the earth. That makes it sound much more epic than it probably is. That sounds like something from Xenoblade. The Team Rocket hideout might be discovered. I better tell the boss. I like that he just shouts that. I want to think like he's shouting at with the same cadence of, I'll steal it, and no one will ever know. Hey, a switch behind the poster. Let's play some Super Mario Odyssey. I mean, push it. A stairs? That seems lame. I'm gonna go fight Erica. I mean, I don't have that clear of a memory. I think it puts out an aura that does that to me. That's understandable. I know I can experience the casino from the comfort of my home, but I can't experience Dead Rising. I mean, true. The casinos won't have the wonderful Frank West. He's covered wars, you know. This gym is great. It's full of women. His dialogue is changed in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee to say, this gym is great. It's full of strong trainers. That's just your Twitch chat, basically. Yeah, pretty much. Women, you say? Hate how that made me laugh. Lesbian gym, that's right. Lesbians with flowers. Experience wars, you know? Man, that's deep. I should tell you about this gym. Only real ladies are allowed in here. How do you define real ladies? I'm a lady now. Careful now. Of course, I'm thinking she probably means it in the way of, you know, probably doesn't want a girl coming in there smoking a cigarette with, like, you know, a beer in her hand or something. I feel like men who say they've experienced wars don't say it. They just have a distant stare. Better not be doing a transphobia. I'll bear down the gym. I don't understand the concept of a transphobic lesbian. I mean, your girlie just gets the strap-on built in for free. Save the grass babies. I mean, that's basically what happens in Erica's episode of the anime, in which Ash cross-dresses. You're too rough. Bleh, I hope Erica wipes you out. Oh, welcome. I was getting bored. Whoa! Whoa! Bridget? Okay, no, they can't be transphobic. Bridget's here. It's a funny concept. Lesbian who hate trans is still when he uses a strap-on. Like, ma'am. Ma'am. Not if Bridget's here, it's cool, you guys. Maybe just check Kay's social media. Yeah, I think it's just Kay. Red Bull sweep. Turn Rage. No, thank you. I know Rage is nowhere near as bad in Gen 2 onward as it is in my makeup. As it is in Gen 1, but it's still not great. Grass type Pokemon are tough against the water type. They also have an edge on rock and ground type Pokemon. No Rage for the bull. Well, I do want to go to a China shop sometime. Look, look! See my Pokemon! I like the grass type. I like how they're easy to raise. Tamaya. Or would that be Tamia? I always feel bad mispronouncing people's name as someone who has a name that is chronically mispronounced. No! We only use grass-type Pokemon at our gym. Why? We also use them for making flower arrangements. Were you peeking in here earlier? I don't know why, but her asking that to another girl just has the energy of, like, Tia being like the kid having no idea that every woman in this gym is gay. Red Bull, wake up. Please do not fall asleep. I need you to do the one last HP to this Bulbasaur. Ow! Oh. She just likes plants. Like the one person who showed up just because they like plants. Reach for the sky. Yo, Red Bull on a roll. She is, like, caught up with most of the rest of the team just off this gym. You're an eye-opener. Oh, you were looking at Erica. You weren't looking at me. Okay, no, never mind. I'm pretty sure she's also okay. Oh, and she had her awakening. I'll be back in just a sec. Gonna mosey on over to the Pokemon Center and heal up my cuties. Fly, Doduo, fly! You know, it honestly is crazy to me. I know I've mentioned this before, but just thinking about how open Kanto's map is, and the fact that you can really kind of go across the whole thing with no visible load times, even on the original Game Boy version. Like, they basically made an 8-bit open world game, and that's kind of crazy. Need a cute mouse to walk by her. Never see the light. Ooh. Whoever could you mean, Maddie? Meow. Welcome to Celadon Gym. You'd better not underestimate the nice ladies here. I don't know, Seltzer? Probably Seltzer. He's pretty cool. Cool trainer Mary. Guys, I love Doduo and Dodrio so much. I don't know, one thing, like, I'm not sure when I would do it, but I've kind of always wanted to do a gen playthrough of a team that's just, like, 6 Pokemon that are just multiple dudes. You know, like, Magneton, Dodrio, Dugtrio, Slowbro, Executor. I need like one more, and my brain's just not picking it up. Me walking to Erica's gym, the water plants say, get told, no boys while poo. You know, it is kind of funny to me because, like, there are clearly supposed to be more than 8 gyms, like, canonically. You can only do the same 8 for all the games, but, like, even in the anime especially, they show Gary having, like, 11 badges or something in his case. And not all of them are the 8 from the games. Kangaskhan? Yeah. Yeah, Kangaskhan would work as a 6th member. Because she got her baby. So, like, I wonder if anybody thinks it's weird in, like, Red and Blue, because, like, I think the character is androgynous enough you could self-insert regardless in Red, Blue, and Yellow, but the game calls them a boy a few times. But I do wonder if you could, like... Anyone thinks it's weird, you know, a guy actually having a rainbow badge when they normally don't let any guys into this gym. But then again, I don't know, because, like, I feel like it goes back and forth depending on the adaptation and stuff, whether no men are ever allowed to even come in, or you just can only be a girl, like, you have to be a girl to join the gym.
Seems every male trainer stronger than the 4th gym is an egg or prior to coming out as a man. I mean... Oh, beaten. It's my world. I get to decide. Fair enough. I didn't bring my best Pokemon. Wait till next time. One Persil heal. Ooh, hey, what's Neo got? What that cat doing? The dilemma of yay, no men, and aw, no men. Ooh, Oranberry. We have our whole separate berry pouch here. Meow. Nom 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 nom. Men. Actually... let's go ahead and give her a cherry berry. Last I checked, men are purely fictional. Pleased to meet you. My hobby is Pokemon training. Something about men's stupidity I can't help but enjoy, but at the same time hate. Minus Cole, he's real. Beauty Lori. Cole's the one exception. Again, it's the girls, the gays, and Cole. Soon as the stream ends, I fade away. No! Do not fade away, Fox Boy. Reaching at you like that one gif from the old Spider-Man cartoon as you fade into smoke. Oh, splendid. I have a blind date coming up. I have to learn to be polite, especially if I have to battle. I don't feel so good. Oh, hey. We don't like bug or fire type Pokemon in here. You didn't say anything about flying. Lisa? That's my mom's first name. Karen was her middle name. But don't tell anybody, that's a secret. Or poison, or ice. Poor grass, for real. They did grass very dirty. Ha, get buried. Yum, 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 yum. Red Bull munchin'. I mean, I guess they had to do grass dirty. That's the only way it could grow. Please don't use the term like that. That really upset her that her name became, like, a derogatory thing. Especially because she was absolutely not that kind of person whatsoever that the stereotype is joking about. And I'm not a big fan of, like, normal names being used as, like, that stereotypical kind of thing. Even outside the one relating to my mom. Just because, like, kind of fucking unfair to people with that name. Oh, you. Our leader Erica might be quiet, but she's famous around here. It's also, like... Cole, it's so funny to me that so many tanky Pokemon, especially in earlier generations, are grass or ice type. Hello. Lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Oh, dear. I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name's Erica. I'm the leader of the Celadon Gym. I'm a student in the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are solely of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose.
Homegirl's got an iron deficiency for real, for real. Ice finally got a payoff for all the tanky ice mons to change from hail to snow. Oh, the snow change in Generation 9 is just such a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm so happy about that. Damn it, I ate my cherry berry on that other fight. I should have waited till Erica to put it on. Arg. You got this, Red Bull. I believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you, believing in me while I believe in you, while you believe in you, and I believe in you. Fuck. And now she's doing acid. Kind of like chestnut and tortilla, just my bulky grasses. Also, weird thing, a lot... God fucking damn it, how dare you, first of all. Can't be a girl bounce without experiencing iron deficiency at least once. Rip to all my girlies who stood up slightly too fast. I do want to make a Mega Chestnut team. Wait, shit, is Leech Seed not working on grass types still a thing in Generation? No, I don't think Leech Seed ever worked on grass, question mark? I might be in trouble here, cuties. You got this, Macchiato. Sure, there's a non-grass type that'll come up here. Heh. Spiky Shield is a really cool move. Wow, I was expecting that to do at least a little bit more. Oops. Okay, I think we need to take a look at the team, because I have realized that I have 2 Pokemon weak against grass. And then one that doesn't really do anything at all to grass. Like, I don't know. I really wanted to use Persian, but I just don't know if it has a spot on the rest of the team. One time I made the mistake of leaving the house without eating anything, went to art class like that. When I was on the train going home, my vision suddenly went black and there's a long ringing. Not until when I had thought, well, how will I be able to go back home? I got both my hearing and sight back. That's terrifying. Okay, I know I wanted to do Lavender Tower this stream, but we may have to do some team reconstruction. Because I really don't have much of anything to deal with poison types. I've been having trouble with coughing a lot. Not in real life, I mean the Pokemon. Though granted, it is allergy season, so I'll probably have problems with it in real life too. Because see, the thing is, there are two Pokemon I was thinking of using for like the Psychic type slot. I was thinking of either Venomoth or Jinx, but I can't get either of them right now. Because I'm pretty sure neither of them are available until after we finish the whole thing with Lavender Town to get the Poke Flute. I was surprisingly calm about it, though. I mean, at least you weren't panicking, I'll give you that. checking something on Cerebi real quick. Both of the cats are off doing cat stuff, so I actually have my ability to physically move back. Right, so Butterfree will learn Psybeam at 34, Gust at 28. You're not going to be able to get Jinx till after you get to Fuchsia. We could technically get it before Fuchsia if you go down the Lavender path. Because I think you can still get Poliwag with Super Rods. Thing is, I keep getting the location of stuff in yellow mixed up with where it is in later games, so... Or in other games, rather. Because I don't think I can get Venonat yet either. Even so, it wouldn't evolve into Venomoth until level 31, so that'd be beyond Erica's gym anyway. Let's see here. Venomoth is roots 12, 13, and 14. I don't know why I'm making this so difficult on myself. I can just take 2 flying types in there with me. Shit, Meowth had cut. I'm good at remembering stuff, you guys. I really am. Okay, I don't think we're gonna need cores in the grass gym. I don't know, a part of me kind of wanted to stick Golem on the team, but I feel like I never have a place for a rock and ground type in Kanto. Maybe in like a Gen 1 playthrough sometime, but like... I feel like with so many Coughings, I'm pretty sure like... I think Papa C mentioned it in a video, but like Coughing is the Pokemon you fight the most in the entirety of Generation 1. And Psychic is their only weakness from Gen 3 onward because they have the ability Levitate. Okay, to the berry pouch. Cherry berry. As much as like my brain is screaming at me for using the last cherry berry, we'll be able to get more. Okay, Erica. This time I've got 2 birds, and kind of 3, because one of my birds is 2. That counts, right?
But now, one thing I was mentioning before is that, like, even though yellow usually has... Can I get Diet Cherry Berry? Ooh, that'd be delicious. Even though yellow usually has harder gym fights for a lot of the gyms, Erica's team was actually changed to match her anime team, which was Gloom, Weepinbell, and Tangela. Where in red, blue, and yellow, and most of the other Generation 1 games, it's the fully evolved forms of Vileplume, Victory Bell, and Tangela. Though, interestingly, she has a Blossom instead of a Vileplume in the Generation 2 games, which, well, some of you probably already know because you watched me play through it in Crystal. Trying to get me with that PlayStation Network powder. Get hosed. I think the solution was just the cherry berry. Damn it. Also, I love Vileplume. Vileplume's so cool. Scratch that. Ah! A critical hit again? Doduo doesn't have Scratch. We're stuck in the peck zone. Get goosted. You know, it really gets me that her Pokemon got crits both times on Doduo. That is mean. Why are you being mean to my little birdie? Oh, yo, wing attack. Hell yeah. Let's just go ahead and put it over tackle. Finishing the day with coffee. Authentic ADHD experience. True. The Red Bull coffee combo. I miss LD. Oh, I concede defeat. You're remarkably strong. I must confer on you the Rainbow Badge. The Rainbow Badge will make Pokemon up to level 50 obey. It also allows Pokemon to use strength in and out of battle. Please, take this with you. TM19. TM19 contains a Giga Drain. Half the damage it inflicts will be drained to heal your Pokemon. Wouldn't you agree that it's a wonderful move? You're cataloging Pokemon? I must say, I'm impressed. I would never collect Pokemon if they were unattractive. Wow, okay, Shallow. Well, okay, we have successfully... This makes you certifiably gay. We have successfully thrown birds at lesbians. Let's deal with the criminals. Not the one that lives in my house. But the actual criminals. Me! Haikini. She must love Magneton then. I mean, yeah. Got that magnet pull. I really ought to start planning teams in advance when I stream Pokemon games. I feel like I get really listless when I just kind of freeball it. Oh, it's like 80 degrees where I'm at. You know what that means? Passes out from the heat. Ugh. Yeah, it went from being like 55 degrees is the high to almost being summer weather in the course of 2 days. And rain just turned into steamy days. That's where she downloads all her games from. You broke into Team Rocket's operation? What noive? Team Rocket Grunt. It's got the same name as the other guy. Take to the skies, Red Bull. Just hate how I fucking evaporate anything hotter than like 70 degrees. I mean, that is true to your name, at least. It'd be potentially funny if there's just like Team Rocket Mark. Try attack those rats. Isn't there like something in Sun and Moon or something where a bunch of Team Skullgrunts are arguing over putting their name on their clothing because like someone keeps stealing another person's shirt or something? Like, well, what's the point in putting our name on it? We're all named Grunt. Trade with you. We can have our AC blasting. I love Animal Crossing. You're not gonna get away with this, brat. Okay, well, I'm gonna get away with this. A computer. It's all complicated words and numbers that make no sense. Escape rope. Dyslexia. Yep, I remembered the secret PP up. Okay, to check every single one of those plants, even though I know that one's the only one with anything in it.
Who are you? How did you get here? Where did he come from? Who are his people?
Nobody's gonna get that reference.
You're not gonna get away with this. What are you gonna do? Chase me? Runs away like that guy at the beach.
Well, I got my running shoes, so I'm pretty much uncatchable at this point. I'm Sneakers Chew. Because chew like mouse, yeah, okay. Oh damn it! I missed the opportunity to say Squeakers O'Toole. I am shamed. I hope everybody knows guy at the beach I'm referring to. Is that guy running in purpose? I am actually not familiar with that. Also, I guess free random bonus fact, in Generation 1, focus energy is programmed incorrectly, and instead of doubling your critical hit rate, it quarters it. So you're much less likely to get a critical hit. Hi, Carby. Ow! Beaten! How did you find us? You mean the game corner with all the giant red R's all over it? It's for game corner. Unfortunately, none of my air conditioners work right now, so,
blasted. You're dissing Team Rocket, aren't you? Oh, shit.
Giving my little kitty an antidote for the poison she drank.
Actually, she didn't drink it. It was farted directly on her.
Unfortunately, I need somewhere that's constantly cold, preferably no warmer than 60 degrees outside. I don't know, usually like 69 or 67 degrees is pretty good for me. I don't know how to find the video. It's one where he's wearing a Speedo and being flirtatious. I've never seen this video before, but it sounds up your alley. It's a blueprint of some sort. It's filled with diagrams and text. Okay. Be right back, guys. I'll raid the rest of your lair in a minute. I gotta go heal up my Pokemon. Okay, how did you know this was Team Rocket? And then the fucking... There's a giant fucking rocket, and it's called Rocket Game Corner. It's so common on Tumblr. That's the thing, is like... I didn't start using Tumblr until maybe like a year or two ago. And even then, I kind of just forget to check it. Though I do watch a lot of PM Seymour videos. But you have to realize that, like, for most of my life, I just assumed I was a straight cisgendered man who constantly wished I was a girl and thought about how incredibly hot and sexy dicks were and how lucky girls were that they got to be hugged by strong guys. Despite being a Twitter clone, Blue Sky is Tumblr. I just got warned by Twitch. Warned for being too cute? No, I'm just kidding. The whole chat would be warned if it were that. Because you guys are the cutie cutest.
Boss said you can see ghosts with a self-scope.
Shit. I forgot how to VIP people, but I really need to just VIP you, Cole. I'm a gremlin. It's all good. We know, Guru. Just wanted to say boots your gay ass to Snow Point City to rain. Yeah, weirdly enough, like, it actually came up with a little pop-up warning before it was okayed. I don't think Twitch understands the concept of friendly banter. Death by money. I'd move there in a heartbeat, and yes, I had to okay this message. Gay ass booting approved. Grimer's in such a good mood. I want to be as happy as this Grimer. I put my hands up in the air sometimes. Share your energy with me. You sludge. I put hands. Neo's trying to learn feint attack. Ooh. Let's just go ahead and put it over Growl. I know it's kind of redundant with Bite, but I generally, outside of double battles, like competitive, Growl is not very useful in a single-player playthrough. A one-hit KO moves so early. It's definitely not supposed to be F-E-I-N-T, feint, and just misspelled. Hi, Cyro, playing Pokemon Champions. And Rain also playing Pokemon Champions, because I saw it pop up earlier. You gave the trans woman a competitive game? With funny creatures? What were you thinking? Yeah, of course. I really wish that replays were a thing in Champion. It's weird that they're not. Replays have been around since like Gen 5, 6? And at least one basically canonically trans character in that game. I would go to Snowpoint because Metacham's up there. As well as Sneasel. I'd be able to wear scarves and thick jackets. I can totally see like Cole, your trainer with the big fox ears, like in a little snowy area with the big heavy jacket, doing like meditation drills alongside Metacham. Rain would have been born up there, and her starter Pokemon would have been Sneasel. I surrender! A little Sneasel in the forest, and, like, Rain set out some Poffins for it, and it came by, and they just became friends really fast. Oh, my Meowth make me big money. Team Rocket Headquarters has 4 underground floors. Think you can reach the boss? Coming straight from the underground. Soup potion. Enjoy your soup. If I was in the Pokemon world, I couldn't live anywhere too cold or my Appleton would explode. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot how much faster... You probably are familiar with this rain, but how much faster the freaking spin tiles are in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I befriend the Sneasel with eggs. Ooh, Moonstone. Because, like, it's so funny. There's this big spinning animation that looks like it's really fast in red, blue, and yellow, but it spins you so freaking slow. It's, like, slower than your walking speed. TM12, Taunt. Shit, okay. How dare you put a mouse in a maze? I feel like that's offensive somehow. Ooh, stuff. It is so slow in Red Blue Yo. Straight up brain damage. You spin me right round, baby, right. I can't even finish the song. Definitely just letting my Rockruff play and jump around in the snow. And joining us as I train and meditate with my fighting types near Lake Acuity. So do you think when these rocket grunts come into work every day, they've got to like do the spinning tile maze every time? Lights in different colors are flashing on and off. It's a telephone, better not use it. Yeah, we definitely shouldn't call any authorities in the in the criminal base or anything. Intruder alert! Yeah, fuck that. ACAB. Lake Acuity. Lake Telemetry. Oh my gosh, the amount of people who called them like Lake Accuracy and Lake Variety. It is so weird how people will just fill in the blanks with a word they don't familiar with and just like assume it's a word they already know. Probably hang out a lot at Snowpoint Temple. I mean, everyone has all the information they could possibly need, and any more is either real or a manipulation tactic by brackets, various groups, end bracket. Just a sign saying, be sure to turn off blocks before leaving. Ironically says 0 days since accident board. I can't do it. It's always been 0. That 0 is bone dry. Soul scope? I don't know where it is. What? Hyper potion. I know it was a typo, Maddie, but the way I read it felt very on point. So, bone dry. Oh no, it's even on the Jesus self scope. Yeah, I bet they will. Why did you come here? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, skanky asshole? I definitely have a Noctowl and a Bronzong. Noctowl is so freaking cool. It needs like a mega or a super huge buff or something. Because it's just such a cool Pokemon. I feel like it's super iconic, especially because Ash had one in the anime. Like Frostlass as well. Hell yeah. We love Frostlass. Mega Frostlass is so freaking cool. Oh no, they put a pickles on my burger when I didn't ask for it. Rat. Core's problem solved. I love Raticate's. I think I've said this before, but I love Raticate's Sprite and Fire and Leaf Green. Look at him, he looks so hamster. Like this is just a fella. I'd give him a sunflower seed. Hamster. I think I do unironically do that sometimes when I'm feeling pathetic. This won't do. I don't know. Okay, it's weird, but being a whiny little baby girl when you're feeling sad and pathetic kind of helps you feel better a little bit. It does for me anyway. Ah, that's right. I have my Sody Pops and my Limnads. Lemonade for the kitty, not in real life. Because if you give a lemonade to the cat in real life, it'll be a real sourpuss. Okay, I'll talk. Take the elevator to see my boss. For me, it's a byproduct of being a youngest sibling. Also for that joke. Cheese! Yay, cheese! Nom 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 cheese. I haven't had my cheesy chips today. I probably will make those after stream. We got word from upstairs you were coming. Like, what? Word from upstairs? Like, oh, there's a fucking 30-year-old kid with long brown hair who looks like she's like 15. Do something about it. It's simple, but man, I enjoy just talking about Pokemon trainer ideas with y'all. It's fun. And they are fun ideas. Like, I think they are super cute. I did read somewhere that adults should be allowed to be whiny babies since it helps regulate our negative emotions by not suppressing it. Of course, like, don't allow it to be a tantrum. Oh no, you know, not a tantrum, but definitely times when I'm just like, I'll be at home by myself and I'll like drop something on the floor or spill a little bit of my drink on the counter and I'm just like, and just like be a little baby about it for like 2 or 3 minutes and then I'm over it and like it doesn't upset me anymore. What? I lost? Nah. Swearing also helps that. Weirdly enough, it scientifically does. Go ahead and go, but you can't run the elevator without the lift key. TM21, frustration. It's useless to me. Also, it would have been super funny if the item behind him was the lift key. Can you guys hear my fridge in the background? I hope not. Also, speaking of, does my audio sound okay? Does the game audio sound okay? I've said it before, guys, but please tell me if any of my audio's ever, like, fucky or weird. You can't hear the fridge? Okay, good. The fan's running fast, but it's not running as loud as it used to since I plugged it up in a different spot. Audio's good? Okay. Because I will sometimes get super in the zone when I'm playing video game and chatting with all the cuties, and I'll forget to ask about that. It's okay. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Stop meddling in Team Rocket's affairs or else. And they should have a lot of goons in here. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're a real gooner. You know, honestly, they would have had no way of knowing, but for general future-proofing, they just lucked out by deciding to localize it into the word grunt and not goon. Issue in my streams as well. Sometimes I forget to speak because I get so locked in. The gay cowboys fixation. I'm still attached to the fairy gym leader concept because I have it for myself being a bakery and the challenge is completing a recipe and trying to keep an impotent from stealing the ingredients. Honestly, that sounds magnificent. I still love that idea. I'm pretty sure you've mentioned it to me before, but I still love it. It's so charming. I think the worst thing I did, thankfully I caught myself before it became noticeable, and I probably shouldn't out myself like this. One time, you guys probably remember it, I was streaming and like Dot was running back and forth between like my room here and the kitchen, and because she didn't have any food in her bowl, and she was hungry. So I went to get food for Dot, and then I went and did her water. Then I ended up munching on something on the fridge, and I picked up my phone and clicked on a YouTube video. And I, like, for the good, like, 2 or 3 minutes when I was gone, I forgot I was streaming. Like I said, I remembered because I turned around and, like, the second monitor was on with OBS open and everything. So it wasn't that much longer, I think, that you guys would have noticed. ADHD. My need for beauty and perfection is too strong. Well, I mean, good thing you're you, because you're already beautiful and perfect the way you are. I remember after my burning my finger one time, I was just in pain, and I said, fuck it, and went to go lay back down in bed. It was a bit embarrassing how you need to get away from doing anything else. No, I definitely understand that. Sometimes just walking away from a situation is the best thing you can do. I had a gym leader concept where the actual gym leader just looks like they'd be a normal NPC, and all the gym trainers look like they'd be the actual gym leader. The real gym leader waits for you at the start of the maze, and you have to find the gym leader. Burns really suck, so it's totally understandable, yeah. But actually, that's really funny, Rain. Self-scope, that's the machine the boss stole. It's here somewhere. One, black glasses. Oh, I kind of wanted to put that on Mio, but then he wouldn't be able to use his pickup ability, so they'll have to wait till he's a Persian. Like a Persian cat for the very first time. Why would you do that? Okay, nope, I don't think I missed any items. Weebity-bitty-bitty-bitty-doo-doo. Florp. Flippy. Okay, I feel like that one part of the song, that note gets a little too high. Gets a little too Gen 1 screech right there. Going down the stairs. Rocket Hideout B4. We out in the B4. One max ether. Ooh, this looks great. Okay, I don't know why. As a kid playing this on GBA or my GameCube's Game Boy player, I never put together that that was supposed to be a grate for like the air conditioning vents or whatever. You know, I'm honestly amazed. Actually, no, wait, that's right. I was going to say I'm honestly amazed that you don't crawl through any ventilation shafts in these games. Jeez. But in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, your partner Pokemon will actually have a thing where they've got to go crawl through the ventilation shaft in, I think, this hideout. I don't remember if it's in this hideout. Ooh, we got a snatch. I love me a good snatch. The elevator doesn't work. Who has the lift key? I wonder. Could it be Team Rocket Grunt? So you're putting them in a daze? The purple rain turns into a purple haze. The one normal NPC in a gym full of flamboyant gays. You fucking whore. Ooh, angry. I fucking hate self-destructing enemy Pokemon because I get no EXP. So mad. Wow. Yeah, that's just rude. The disrespect, for real. Like, it makes me wish I had Protect. Because honestly, using a Protect or a Ghost type on a self-destructing Pokemon is like the biggest disrespect play. No! Or Fly. Fly or Dig is pretty damn funny when they do it too. Oh no, I dropped the lift key. I think we found the lift key. That does remind me, someone did a run of Fire Red where they beat the game without ever leveling up. I think I might have seen that before. I know that J-Rose has done, I think, Emerald without leveling up. Like, the ability to gain EXP is just completely disabled. So you have to, like, keep catching new Pokemon and cycling through and stuff like that. Okay. Real quack. Let's go ahead and use a scope rope and take our sad little kitty who got caught in an explosion back to the Pokemon Center. I mean, honestly, it's crazy to me that it's even possible to beat the games without leveling up when the game wasn't even really designed for you to be able to do that. But I do think it's really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I save. Make sure you save. I remember I don't want to have another thing where I have to go recatch Red Bull again or something. Okay, back to the gay corner. Hey, switch behind the poster. Let's push it. Part of me thought it would be funny if pushing it again just made the staircase disappear. Barricaded. Just keep spinning, just keep spinning, just keep spinning, spinning, spinning. What do? We spin, spin.
I don't know if you guys have ever played Knuckles Chaotix on 32X, but I always loved that Espio, instead of curling into a ball for his spin, he'll actually do like a tornado spin. I don't remember what floor they said Giovanni was on. Are you lost, little mouse? He knows! It's weird that 2 streamers forgot to save in Kanto, both within less than a month. Time 2 different versions of Kanto. He knew I was a mouse, you guys. We've been found out. Good try, bitch. I've got faint attack. You've been ratted out. Sorry, I wasn't a Sonic fan. I wasn't autistic enough. Yeah, you'd never fixate on one series that's all about going fast. I mean, you're not really subtle about being a mouse. Gestures to giant mouse ears. Nah. No one ever would have noticed. You can't just say something about, oh, you got some big ears there. Like, bitch. All the better to hear you with. Goddamn, I was safe. I thought I was safe from the accusations. Girl. Freaking... You are literally fixated to the point where I associate the series with you specifically, more than I associate it with the original author. Reminds me, I need to keep reading the IDW comics. I think I left off at issue 65. Like I said, I want to pull off the, pick up the compilation versions that have, like, the thicker binding. Oh, that ruckus somehow opened the door! My love, open the door to your heart. My love, open the door. Look, man, no one clocked it. They all said I was a good student. I just had to apply myself more to my studies. Yeah, but the thing is, they didn't know your studies were buff men with uncut dicks. Which honestly is a very valid thing to study. I need physical copies of the IDW comics so badly. What are you reading them on, Rain? Also, I love when games have, like, the part of the dungeon where you backtrack through it, and then, like, a barrier or something opens up, so you can just go right back to easily being deeper in the dungeon with minimal effort. When I was a teen, I used to hate muscular men. I was brainwashed by the Twink Manifesto. I actually wasn't into muscular guys when I was younger either, but honestly, I just love every flavor. Skinny man propaganda was so strong. It was all over the place in the 2000s, especially. I mean, I also love my skinny Twinkie boys and my chubby boys, too. There's no wrong answer. A yardie fiddly dee, because I'm fucking broke. Fair enough. It's just like with IDW specifically, I really do want to support it because I think a lot of the artists are just cool people and I like them being employed. Ooh, ball. Calcium. It's all complicated words and numbers that make no sense. All these thoughts, they make no sense. It's me, I'm the thought that makes no sense. I know you. You ruined our plans on Mount Moon. Speaking of bone, look at Groot. A shrew made entirely of sand? Still so mad that Bone as an animated series has been canceled so many times. You know, okay, boy, I am really putting age on myself with this one. There used to be a, I think it was monthly digest magazine for kids called Disney Adventures. And while it was largely Disney-themed stuff, it also would have comics in the back. Most of these were... A lot of them were Disney Afternoon related, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck. But every once in a while, they would have other comic series and stuff they would promote. They actually had a Plock comic, which might be how I found out about the game, because I really wanted to get it when I found it on clearance at Blockbuster once. And I still have that original copy of Plock on Super Nintendo from when I was a kid. But also, they had a bunch of chapters of Bone. And it was weird because it felt so freaking different than anything else I had really read at the time. And it made me a little scared. I don't know how to explain. Rip Blockbuster, you were the busteriest of them all. That's also where I got my copy of Buster Bust Loose. So it really truly was the Buster. Do not flinch my rock. Apparently biting a rock is an effective tactic. The Bone definitely has some horror elements. Well, that and the 90s comic book realistic humans, and then the whatever Bone and his brother were. Burned again. Like, were they a different species, or was it just like, in universe, they're just a different flavor of human? Because I didn't read a whole lot of it. That's right, Kors is mad at me because he got traded. Really late saying this, but Brain, it makes sense for you to live somewhere in Snowpoint because you're a cutie. I'm gonna look something up real quick. It's a long time since I read Bone, but I'm pretty certain they're another sapient race. Okay. Really need to sit down and read Baby Blues comic strips. I don't know if I know what that is off the top of my head. Might be one of those... Also, Regigigas modeled after the size of Rain's heart. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do something I usually really hate doing. I'm going to use a TM that there's only one of in the game for temporary use. Also surprised how, looking back, it was just kind of unfazed by a lot of the horror stuff, even if it was geared toward kids. Courage the Cowardly Dog was something I was surprised to learn that many people were scared of. Because, okay, Vaporeon's not going to learn another water move on its own. But a part of me really wants to teach Water Pulse to Meowth. And the other part of me hates using any single-use TM at any point ever in my life. The thing in Water Pulse only has a base power of 6. Okay, fuck it. Okay, just do it. Just fucking teach Water Pulse to the Vaporeon. Oh, jeez, it hurt. I don't know why I have such an aggressive aversion to using any single-use item in any game ever. Run ruined. You joke, but I legitimately feel like that. Oh, I had no idea that strip was still running. There's a comic strip following parents after their first birth of Super Awesome and their 4th or 5th kid. I kind of thought it was still running, but I didn't think it had continuity. But hi, 7th. How are you doing on this lovely Pokemonday? How can you not see the beauty of our evil? Something I need to mention is whenever I see girls be like, I'm not like other girls who like guys with abs. I like skinny men. Like, girlie, you're falling for twink men propaganda. I mean, I think it's not just twink propaganda. It's that some body type or another's superior propaganda when everybody can be hot. It's just about who they are, how they present themselves, and whether or not they take care of themselves. Okay, well, I'm going to get my usage worth out of this TM then. But yeah, 7th, you came in just in time to miss me agonizing over using a single-use item in an RPG. One that I might not have for the whole game, even, so... It's like, that's one of those things I really need to get over. Because, like, I'm basically playing things on hard mode when I decide to not use the tools the game gives me. Because these tools are there for a reason. If any girl who's like the smell of coconut hair and peppermint body on the chubbier side. Sounds fine to me. Water Plusle. Yeah. Gotta make sure I get an mote when I finally get to working on those. Holy shit. Patriarch of the Rocket Clan, Giovanni? I have to check all your plans. Give me a sec. Like, imagine this kid, or this person in their 30s who looks like they're like 15 or 16, defeats everyone, runs into your office, and then starts rapidly checking the plants without acknowledging you, looks at your laptop, and then finally turns around and talks to you. So, I must say, I'm impressed you got here. Team Rocket captures Pokemon from around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni. For your insolence, you will feel a world of pain. Okay. No, it is so funny to me because, like, I've always loved Red, Blue, and Yellow, and the idea of, like, okay, I know that the other games, the evil teams have higher stakes, and I know for a lot of people who started in later games, it can seem like Team Rocket's a little bit underwhelming compared to people, you know, who want to, like, change the fabric of time or space or the land or whatever. But I like Team Rocket the best out of a lot of the evil teams, with one asterisk. Because they feel real. And something about someone who basically is, like, you know, one of the exaggerated Yakuza stereotypes, like from the Like a Dragon games, getting beaten down by a kid who's in the range of, like, 10 to 16 is... And the thing is, like, the kid doesn't even really care that much about their evil schemes. It's like, yeah, you're doing something shitty. I'm gonna stop you because this is stupid. Why are you doing this? Yeah, Team Rocket feels a lot more grounded. Make sure to check the spots between the plants. Good point. Good point. And like I said, I just love that, you know, this big, intimidating boss who runs everything, and, like, the kid is so nonplussed by their existence that they're running in there and looking through all the plants first. Like Aether Foundation, Lucamine going off the deep end. I do like Aether Foundation. I actually like the way the whole Team Skull Aether Foundation fake out is handled. Ha, I get it, because Giovanni is a ground type gym leader. Core's already at level 31. I mean, I do love the subversion in Generation 9 with the quotation marks evil team actually just being victims of a broken system that doesn't know how to help them. What? This can't be! I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again. Ball. Self-scope. I'm gonna sit on your couch. Not I have the trophy of the actual evil group being the ones in white and gold. It was, like I said, the Aether team was so... The Aether Foundation was so well done. Ooh, netball. Good catch, 7th. Nest ball. Yo! Damn, just got your balls laying out on the floor. Also a fan of Team Plasma. A lot of them joined up as Pokemon rights activists. Yeah, Team Plasma is really well done as well. It was interesting because just having one of the games not attack an environmental theme or anything like that or a specific ideology, but rather, you know, kind of popping open and examining the core idea of Pokemon itself. It's like, with Black and White, the team was really on their, like, rebellious heat streak. Black and White feel like it was conceptualized and developed in an environment where they really gave no fucks. Like, positive. I thought Flare was wasted potential, but I love the idea as their influence going up as high as an Elite Four member. Team Flare, I feel like they definitely had a lot more in line for Team Flare, especially with like I said, with Malva being on the Elite Four, and my brain is completely flatlining. She's the main professor in ZA, but she's also one of like Team Flare's background people. Like, I feel like they had much more in line for all of the girls with the visors in Team Flare. I feel like they had a lot more going on in their head with Zero Sick. Yeah, Team Flare really needed more room to cook. Gen 6 in general had a lot... Mabel, thank you. But yeah, like, ZA really, I feel like, pulled in a lot. But I feel like there was just, even beyond what ZA does, I feel like they had so much more in mind. But I wish there could have been a Pokemon Z. Like, at the time. The same way that Platinum really added a lot to the story of like Diamond and Pearl. You know, it's crazy that Looker was a character added in a third game and wasn't there originally in Diamond and Pearl. I need to deposit some stuff real quick. Mio check, see if she's picked anything up. He's picked anything up? Nope. My inventory's getting cluttered. Calcium. Go ahead and put the black glasses away for now. Rare candy. Moonstone. Doopy up. Gonna sell the X speed. I'll put the Thunderstone away for now. Poil. Okay, I think all the other stuff I want to keep on me. Gonna sell the X speed. Remember to sell my X speed. I'm really trying to remind myself to go sell my X speed. Hi, Dot. The X items are like actually really good in Gen 1, but I feel like they just don't do enough to justify spending an entire turn. Because I feel like the big thing a lot of people don't think about with something like the items or stuff like that, or just in general with like card games and stuff, and a big reason people will lose even though they ostensibly have good cards in their deck, is opportunity cost. Like, sure, you could use this cool, funky card, but you're also passing up the opportunity to use something else in its place. And I feel like opportunity cost is something people don't really think about that much when it's building anything, whether it's deck building or Pokemon movesets. I remember to sell the X speed, you guys. I'm so proud of me. All right. 3 cheeses? Ah, gosh, I feel so spoiled. Get the Sylph Scope. A scope that makes unseeable Pokemon visible. It's made by Sylphco. Bless you. 3 cheese for the mouse. My bike's acting up, man. Like a Ricardo. You know, in the Pokemon games, they seem like, I'm not talking about the anime or anything, but in the games specifically, they kind of seem to go back and forth indecisively on whether Pokemon besides Pikachu and Eevee actually say their names or just make more animalistic noises. But I gotta say, in the context of Pokemon saying their own names, Varoom is probably one of the best to do it. Like, if they were gonna go with that route. Also, in some of the later games, they also flirt with the idea of Pokemon just having limited sentences they can say. You know, like they'll have like a handful of words. Always been a fan of them just making I prefer that, honestly. Real cars should say Varoom, too. Like, I will absolutely give Pikachu the free pass because Pikachu's being voiced by Ikue Otani is so iconic. But, like, if 1 or 2 Pokemon do it, that's fine. Because, I mean, hell, the Egyptian word for cat is Mao. So, literally, cats say their own name in ancient Egypt. I mean, of course, there are other Pokemon where, like, Meowth going, Meowth, you know, that makes sense, too. Ah, man, I'm not into this. I got grass cut off of my spokes, man. Your spokesman? Clear the way or I'll run you down. Dot is purring and being in super cute mode right now. Biker Jaren. Oh shit, he's gonna win the Tournament of Power, you guys.
I don't think they're actually called this, but there's one bird nicknamed Aweebo because it says Aweebo. That sounds amazing. Egyptian, what are you? Cat. Meow. Oh, okay. Low-key, possibly how that went down. Can't wait for this split Evo Varoom of Raw Room for having gas, or put to it for having when you're out of gas. No, it'll have an alternate evolution where it can be in a Homegirl slapped the top of my mic and muted it while I was talking. You little bud. You little bud. That must have been intentional. But an alternate Varoom evolution that instead of steel poison, it's steel electric. Rude ass, for real. Baby butt. You feeling better, little bud? You've been kind of out of it yesterday. Shit, I completely... Okay, she keeps headbutting me and snuggling against my face. It's hard to talk right now. You for real, kid? I need to go heal. I don't think you're all that special just because of this. I just remembered I have fly. Understand the cat needs her affection. Baby got a baby. Dot. No more glowing rectangle. Attention to me only now. It's so funny because sometimes when I'm playing games by myself, like older games, I play a lot of retro games. Shocking, I know, guys. You know, I'll read the dialogue and stuff, especially because it helps me for voice training too. And a lot of times after work, I'll just be sitting here playing a game and I'll be reading the dialogue, and Dot will come in and start doing her whole snuggle baby routine. Like, she just likes to come in when I'm talking, I guess. Okay, give me just a sec. She keeps, like, pawing me in the face. I gotta give this kitty some snuggles. Cynthia Aweebo on Telegram. I'm gonna look at it while I pet Dot. Oops. Maddie, that is amazing. Oebo. Like, that's the perfect face for the tone, too. Oh, wait, ow, 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 girly, my titty, ow. I'm trying to get spooky, but you are being too adorable for everybody to get scared, Dot. I put the mic right up to you. I don't know if you heard her purring or not. Onward to Pokemon Tower. Bless you. Even we could not identify the wayward ghosts. A Sylph-scope might be able to unmask them. Be gone, malevolent spirit! Patricia?
Also, I didn't show it off before, but you can actually still battle the Ghastlies and stuff that the channelers are possessed by, even if you don't have the Sylph Scope. The Sylph Scope's mostly for the wild Pokemon battles. The spirit left. The others above, they must have been possessed. And also, in Generation 3, you cannot run inside buildings. Ugh. Ugh. Me too, girly. Me too. Hope. Hope is actually a really cute name, I think, but I also feel like it's one of those names that's very subject to, like, people making name puns about your name and stuff. Which, like, I try not to do with people if they have a name that's a normal word. Oh, I'm saved. Because, like, you know they hear that shit all the time, and every person who says something that's a pun on their name, if it sounds like a real word, thinks they're like the most clever motherfucker alive. The ghosts can be identified with the Sylph Scope. 1 escape rope. Possession like this hasn't really been a thing past the Kanto games. I think it's only Red, Blue, Yellow, and their respective remakes, yeah. Then again, I feel like Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, and Mischievous are really the only Pokemon that fulfill a standard ghost kind of role in a lot of ways. There are a few others I'm sure that aren't coming into my head right away. But I feel like other ghosts are more based on legends and lore, or just generally like more stuff like Banette that's a possessed object. Called Interflavor Here Sherbert. Wow, your real name's Orange? Duskull feels pretty quintessential. Yeah, Duskull's definitely a good one. I feel like Dusclops and Dusk Noir aren't really as ghosty, but Duskull in particular. Fun fact, I have a plush Duskull. Okay, wait, no, I can send in Macchiato, and he can go ahead and put it to sleep. Mischievous is based on a specific thing. I don't remember the name as Floating Head of a Woman. Yeah. I don't remember the name of it either, but I know what you're talking about. I was about to type that, but they usually go orange also. I too have a Duskull plushie. Hell yeah. Cute, spooky, girly squad. Everybody in the club getting spooky. Also, I don't know why this made me think of this, but like random shout out to the DVD movie Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island for being a Scooby-Doo movie in more or less the typical art style, except having anime shading. It like has like late 90s anime shading, and I can't get over that. I love it, but it's just one of those things that so sticks out to me. Shuppet's basically a sheet ghost. I think Shuppet's based on something a little more culturally Japanese, but I can't think of what. I don't think it's a Teru Teru Bozu, because I think that's what cast form is more based on. A being that exists as a thin gas. It can topple an Indian elephant by enveloping its prey for 2 seconds. Man, what the fuck did Indian elephants do to the person who wrote the Pokédex entries in Fire Red and Leaf Green? Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island mention. Okay, there's a specific kind of cloudy coffee I'm trying to think of, and it is not coming to my head. I know, just from our first viewing from Western audience, Sheet Ghost is one of the first things that popped to mind. That's true. And I mean, it can be that too, because a lot of Pokemon will be like multi-level references to a lot of different things, which I think is really awesome. Yeah, I am completely unable to think of the coffee drink that's batting around in my head, so I am willing to take name suggestions for our little ghastly girl here. Help you remember what the coffee is. I don't know if I'm thinking of something or if I just like... I don't know if it's necessarily coffee. I mean, it might be boba. Kocha? Let me look that up real quick. Which means black tea in Japanese. Actually, I do really like Kocha, so I guess that'll be its name. I do love how multilingual our Pokemon names are getting. Need to file away Boba, though, for something, for sure. Maybe Shelder. Would be a good Shelder name. Be cursed with me. Quah! Laurel. That's actually a really good name for a channeler. A very appreciated Toriyama-esque pun name. I would like to assume that her assistant at the Shinto shrine and where she works is named Hardy. Yanni's pretty interesting. What? I cannot determine the identity of the ghosts. Elixir. Go make myself some food. BRB. Okie dokie, get you some foods. You know, as much as I was beating myself up for using my single-use water pulse TM, boy is V8 just mowing down everything in his path now. A Wackanin. Beat me not. That's not particularly threatening, Jody. Granted, I guess you have the excuse you were possessed by a ghost, but still. I mean, if they're all getting possessed, I guess the Chandlers are doing their job properly. Who? What? She's still learning how to sound spooky. Yeah, I guess it takes practice. May the departed Pokemon rest in peace. One Great Ball. You know, I don't think I ever knew about the hidden nest ball or net ball in Giovanni's office. I might go back to my old Game Boy Advance cartridges and see if they're still in there. Ghost. No. Quah! Quah! I apologize, I turned into some kind of bird. Paula! I was so upset when I learned that a titmouse was a bird and not a mouse. I guess titmouse is something that I could refer to myself as. With a +3 to special attack with a level up. The fabled Quah! Where's the ghost? Probably in a shell. I must have been dreaming. Actually, it's really fucking funny because there was this whole, like, pet theory going around in, like, you know, when Pokemon Red and Blue and stuff were new. And it stuck around for a while of the idea that a Ghastly was just, like, was what was inside Shellder and Cloyster. Especially because, you know, like, Lick was the main ghost attack and all that stuff. And Shellder always has its tongue out. And I don't think I put this joke together at the time, but that's hilarious because it would actually make them the ghost in the shell. You shall join us. Ruth. Fun fact, I have a... Ooh, actually, this is a really fun me fact, actually. I have a pink plush aardvark named Ruth. And the thing is with Ruth is that it was won for me when I was about 4 years old out of a vending machine by one of my mom's coworkers who was very definitely trying to flirt with her by, you know, trying to get in cool with her kid. It never went anywhere, but okay. When I moved house when I was in high school, I lost a bunch of stuff from a storage building because they said allegedly that the storage building got flooded. And the rest of our stuff was destroyed. And they gave my mom a bunch of money back, like, for the insurance and stuff. But what it actually seemed like is they meant to auction off someone else's storage building that was unpaid and ended up auctioning off Mom's instead. The reason why I think this is because randomly just found a bunch of our stuff that was in that storage building at assorted thrift stores and Goodwills several months and years later. And the thing is, because Ruth, that Aardvark plushie, was in the stuff that we lost in the storage building. And I found her again at a local thrift store. And I knew it had to be the same one because my mom had tied a little lace thing around one of her arms when I was little. I think I was just, like, doing some little play game with my stuffed animals. I don't know if it's some kind of tag or, like, a thing where I was hiding them over the house and trying to find them. And my mom would tie, like, I think she was tying, like, lace around the arms of the plush handies I'd found. And I never took the lace off of Ruth's arm. And so I was in the thrift store with Mom, and I remember Mom going, "It's Ruth." And I'm like, "What?" And my mom, like, pulled out the plush aardvark, and it had gotten really dirty, but she still had the lace around her arm. Remember the first part of the story, but not this aspect? That is wild. It is so crazy, like, and, like, I just think it's destiny. Ruth found her way back to me. What a nightmare. I was possessed. Give me your all. This line of dialogue was actually changed. In red, blue, and yellow, this line of dialogue is give me your soul. And the thing with that is, because, okay, you'd think them mentioning blood and other stuff like that and the ghostly possession would be a problem. But no, old Tammy here, the problem is conservative Christian groups had a problem with the character saying, give me your soul, because they felt like she was trying to supplant Jesus's role in cleansing your soul or whatever. Like, really, guys? The funny monster catching video game? Granted, like, the conservative Christian groups in the 90s, like, really had it out for Pokemon. They talked about the game like it was teaching kids how to summon demons and shit like that, and you make contracts with demons to get the Pokemon creatures or whatever. And the funniest fucking thing to me is that, yeah, obviously Pokemon is about going on a funky adventure with your animal buddies. But the game that they're describing is Shin Megami Tensei. And it's so funny to me because Shin Megami Tensei never had any controversy whatsoever. I remember they were chill towards Digimon because it's a digital world. Yeah, Digimon really got off the hook. Which is funny because Digimon not only had Devimon and Demi-Devimon with their names uncensored, but they also left in the English version, the fact that, like, one of the number things lined up for 666 to summon Devimon. Religion has a way of making people lose their grip on reality. It's so weird to me. It's like normal, otherwise, like, grown adults get swept into this stuff and it takes over their minds. My mom was shocked to hear that they opened Wizarding World in Universal Studios because of how sensitive it was. Yeah, like back in the 90s, they were really sensitive toward that series as well. I was under possession. Come, child, I have purified this space. Oop, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut off her dialogue. SMT would have given them a heart attack. Though it does remind me of that old, I think it was G4 ad that was like a political joke about, like, it was a joke on political ads with like the old husband and wife arguing over, like, you know, tax rates and stuff like that. But the candidates were Kingdom Hearts 2 and Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Anything super popular that made kids spend less time with Jesus was treated like that? Yeah. I remember they said they were burning Harry Potter books. But I mean, now we do, but not because of religious reasons. Let's read her dialogue. Purified this space. You can rest here. The whole deal is a really big warning sign for what was to come as a society. Yeah. Purification zone. Mott's fully healed. And there's a cleanse tag. Okay, I really love how they redid this purification circle in the game. Because look, it's got like a whole ornate, like, spellbinding circle thing. But it has Pokeballs instead of hexagrams on the different nodes. And this is such a cool, like, artistic reinterpretation. Because the original thing is just like, I think like a 5x5 grid of plain squares in the original game. So the purification circle being this cool, like, Pokemon spell grid is so awesome. I love this change. I just beat P3. Oh, sweet. What was your persona? Messiah. Zombies! Oh, shit. I better check on my neighbors to make sure they didn't get eaten. Karina. That's such a pretty name. Karina's one of those ones like in the Stephanie, Tiffany, like squad. The Stephanie, Tiffany, Ashley squad. Good thing you picked Bulbasaur. But I just think it's just a really pretty, lovely name. Shout out to anyone watching named Karina. I like your name. Spite. Ah, yes, Ghastly utilizing the fuel behind some of the greatest art. Spite. Spit. Ha? Gotta give him a ha? I regained my senses. I, too, always say that when I have been doing something nonsensical. Also, Maddie, I know you were just correcting the previous statement, but every once in a while I'm glancing to the side and I just say, you picked spit. M return. Welcome back, Rain. No, my pee-pee. What have you returned with to eat, to munch upon? You picked spit. Good choice. Me too, Garly Pop. Pizza bread. Give. Channeler Janae. Is it like cheese pizza bread? Or is it just like, do you have pepperoni? Because a lot of times I like to make like, you know, a bagel or something bread with just like the cheese and garlic stuff on it, and then I'll dip it in pizza sauce. Woo! I fell to evil spirits despite my training in the mountains. Out of pepperoni, so I just threw on some black olives. Nugget. Ooh, big money dollar. Also, Dot is happily flopped over on the table, and Julia Michelle Heineman is sitting on my foot, which is on the chair because I'm sitting just really freaking pansexually right now. I got one leg up and I'm just like plopped over the armrest of the chair. Floop. And as I talk about how calm they are, both of them pop out of their comfortable positions to lick themselves. It was super cute the other day, you guys. Julia and Dot were both sitting on my lap, and Julia kept like pushing up against Dot, not to push her out of the way, but just like being a snuggle butt, and then Dot just turns around and starts cleaning Julia's head. And it was so adorable. He said Dot seems much less clingy and more stable when Julia's around. They're little contrarians. Give me blood. You see, it is so funny that the Give Me Blood line was absolutely just fine from Angelica. But it's so funny to me that the Give Me Blood line was absolutely fine, but the Give Me Your Soul thing, that one was a problem. I think it's different. If it was your blood, it would be different. I'm just gonna like go to the blood bank and withdraw some blood for her. It's plausible deniability, I guess. You know, it's like some like a fantasy adventure thing, and like a cursed sword. It's like the sword you wield thirsts for blood. And then, like, he's traveling, and he suddenly hears a voice like, hey, can we stop and get some blood? Please, I'm so thirsty. Oh my gosh, we just passed by a blood store. Can you turn around? I think I want a new sword. Tiny little cough. Neo's evolving. It's Persian time. Cursed sword that just likes cute things, so it estrogenizes the wielder. Where can I buy one? Big kitty! This reminds me of an Initial D Vampire AU I once wrote where they had different grades of blood based on how rich a human was. I like this Persian sprite. It's a good Persian sprite. I feel anemic and weak. Girl stood up too fast. That easily distracted girl who's got a fat ass. Whatever you do, don't let her stand up too fast. Oh, that's a good back sprite too. Girl needs some sugar and water. Girl, you need a shot of B12. Only unattainable blood that vampires cannot purchase are vampire hunters, which is depressing for them because vampire hunters purposely have diets to attract them. I like that. Jennifer. Jennifer's another really good name. It's like, I think Jennifer's really pretty, but I also think that the tendency to have your name like shortened to Jenny is really unpleasant. What's going on here? Me too. We got anemia girl, no situational awareness girl. Mom likes Jen. Jen's okay. I think Jen's cool. Especially in Xenoblade 2. But Jenny, I feel like it's just... Jenny sounds like something you call an old lady. I don't know. I got such a look from Dot for that sound. Ginny and Jerry. Amelia. Oop. I changed my sitting position slightly and Julia didn't like it, so I think she went to go get something to eat. Something fell out. My hair didn't fall out. It was a malevolent spirit. I mean, I get those two things confused all the time, too. As we all know, biting ghosts is the very obvious way to take care of them. Anemia girl, no situational awareness girl, and triple D cup girl. Got it. Rare candy. And they're somehow all Shinto shrine priestesses. Is this... Did I walk into a mid-2000s harem anime? Oh man, I have to take care of this dilapidated old Japanese rundown building. Oh boy. Now that my aunt or grandmother or somebody's gone, I sure hope this place isn't filled with incredibly attractive women with no personal boundaries, whose only defining traits are their height, breast size, and eye shape. And hair color. Oh no. Please. Reusing the free healing circle. If an RPG gives you free heals, you take them. I wish there was a harem anime where there's one singular muscle guy that everyone wants to fuck. Of course, his breasts have jiggle physics. Now, you see, one thing I wanted to always, like, have burning in the back of my head to write. Once again, I feel like it would be antiquated now. But, you know, in the harem era, was, like, just giving the character a bisexual harem. You know, like, he would seem like the stereotypical, like, average build, average height harem protagonist guy with the Kirito haircut and everything. But then, like, half the harem would be, like, well, some muscle guy and a twink guy, in addition to, like, the girls and stuff. And hell, writing it now, throw a couple non-binary characters in there, too. So the hilarious, sexy antics you would end up with, some of them would just happen to be really freaking gay. Be gone, intruders. A ghost appeared. The anime that would reboot in like 30 years and people would be dreading it and then watch it to know what exactly there is to hate and discover it was actually pretty good. Not remarkable, but just a fun romp. In You Carnival kind of a way fits your description, but it's 100% gay. A harem of polyamorous pansexual. And all the characters are all redesigned and look much better. The thing is, like, with remakes of something from the 2000s, it would probably look way better today. If you remake something from the 90s, for some reason, there is, like, a 50-50 coin flip that they will suck every single bit of sauce out of the art style. But I feel like 2000s got a lot of visual issues because there was the big switch to digital coloring and stuff. So there was like a lot of bumps in the road. Yeah, the ghost we identified was Marowak. Oh, you can't actually catch this Marowak. You have to fight it, because this Marowak is not just any old Marowak. This is actually... Well, I'll let the game tell you when we get there. There's a secret blend that 1990s anime had. There really is. I mean, I do think a lot of it is just that, like, the industry veterans that built their young... Oh, Jesus fucking shit balls, what the hell? But I feel like a lot of the industry veterans that built their skills in the 70s and 80s, just like the tools had improved, or their skills had improved, and plus there was the OVA market was booming, and with the OVAs they had a lot less censorship and stuff like that they had to worry about. Just and other things like that. So a lot of it was artists and creators just being allowed to go nuts, while a lot of creators being allowed to go nuts, while a lot of the artists were just at the height of their traditional craft before the digital switchover, which reset a lot of their skills. Which is why I think we're seeing so much amazing stuff now, because it's been about 20 years after the digital reset, and those tools are just the norm now. The secret may have been watching it as a child, but certainly not. That sounds super nuts. I'm sure that was part of it. But there's been a lot of stuff I've watched from the late 90s and a little bit of like early 2000 stuff that I watched as an adult for the first time, and it still hit. Kind of wish we could use our current technology to remake older anime. In general, I think there just need to be less anime coming out every year because staffs are being worked to the bone. And there are so many look-alike series. I mean, I may pick on 2000s harems and stuff like that, but dude, the amount of, you know, I was reborn in another world as the Demon Lord's refrigerator with my smartphone and some shit like that. And I mean, hey, if you're an artist or writer or creator with a vision, even if it does sound like something stereotypical, you ride that vision. But if a creator comes in and says, listen, we need to sell the $250 fucking big titty girl figurines to the lonely weeaboos, make an anime where we can do that. And they're like, okay, whatever. It's like, art should not be treated like it's fucking fast food. Hey, sometimes it's okay to be born as the Demon King's bar of soap. The ghost was the restless spirit of Cubone's mother. The mother's spirit was calmed and departed to the afterlife. go ahead and give V8 a can of lemonade. Okay, I don't mind the big titty girls. Like, my main issue is we don't have a guy variant of that. That really needs to be... I feel like there is here and there, but... I'm trying to think how to word this properly. It's like... I feel like they're missing a market because they don't think the market exists. Guys hate the idea that they can be hot. Kind of. A little bit. Also, fun random fact, there's a gauntlet of rockets in this and in, red, and blue, but in yellow, and I'm pretty sure in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, all of these guys are gone, and you just have one fight with Jesse and James. Like, women have proven all the time. Yeah, they'll spend the money for sure. It's like, what do you want? Why are you here? That's the thing, is like, that's one thing that I've always hated in a lot of romance anime and stuff, is like, when sexy events happen, even if it could be advantageous for the girl, she acts like she hates it and is uninterested and isn't attracted to anything. And it's like, no, you've clearly never actually had female friends, dude. Like, writer or whomever, or director or person, because, like, hey, the writer may have had them be more into it and forced to change it. You never know. But it's like, you know, girls... That, and I feel like men don't have confidence to feel like they themselves are hot or feeling themselves in their own body or feel sexy. And I feel like that projects onto a lot of art as well. I feel like in China, Taiwan, and Korea, it started to touch into hot guy media. Japan's kind of iffy about it still, and I low-key blame Japanese women for that kind A. Oh, I guess your message got cut off. I love having Thunderbolt on my Pikachu. Oh, for that kinda. I'm so sorry that... I was so intently waiting for the second part of the message, saying, like, you kinda blame Japanese women for that a little bit. Yeah, I get it. Bless you, kitten. Schnutzeled all over the freaking place. But I do wish more guys could feel like they could be sexy, because that's the thing, is like, I feel like the straight male gaze is considered to be the standard too much, to where a guy feels like he could never be hot and desirable and appealing. Not because, you know, there's no chance of it happening, just because, like I said, this is something that's finally starting to peel back, but I feel like for a long time it was definitely like this. Meh. Like, if it's a skinny guy, they are fine. But if it's artwork of men with their bulges out, they're still shy about it, yeah. Dude, okay, there's something that drives me up the freaking wall, and this has been something that stuck with me for so long, because I remember watching it as... I wasn't really a kid, I guess preteen, whatever, on Adult Swim. There's a show called Blue Gender, and I'm going to spoil a small portion of the end of the show Blue Gender. Because the show is a horror action series, scary aliens, robots that aren't really giant robots. They're kind of more like medium-sized robots. They're not building-sized or anything. They're like more like the mech suits from like Xenosaga 1, I guess. But anyway, near the end, there is lead male and lead female, and they're having like a bath scene together. They're in bathing suits, and these are apparently very tight bathing suits.
At this point in the story, he has gotten her pregnant, which is fine. The story is about like life and human survival and stuff, so that's kind of part of it. And it shows this really pretty picture of her and stuff, and you can see her nipples through the top she's wearing. And it shows a picture of him, and yeah, sure, he's fairly buff, you know, kind of the skinny buff sleeper build, and he's wearing this Speedo, and there's no bulge, and he turns a little bit, and there's like no bulge from the side, and I'm like, what did you get her pregnant with? Which, like, I'm not making fun of anybody for being like a grower or anything, but it's just like not even a little bump. Like, you couldn't even give him a little bit of texture or something, and that always irritated me so bad. I mean, that feels like it goes back to men shaming women for their sexuality. That too. The Japanese women allow it to continue. Like, they could go against it, but they choose not to. Yeah. Like, it's like a very universal systemic issue, and I feel like people who uphold the system don't understand that it's harming them too. I give up. I'm not gonna forget this. The old guy marched right up into our hideout. Then he starts ranting about how Team Rocket's abusing Pokemon. So we're just talking it over as adults. Talking about adult stuff? What, like taxes? Give him a thunderbolt. It is so funny to me, because I mentioned before that Lieutenant Surge was voiced by the same voice actress who did Meowth, who is a trans woman, Maddie Blaustein. And it's funny because, like, she's also a character in Valkyrie Profile. And it's so funny to me that because the character in Valkyrie Profile is also a big, bulky, manly man, like Lieutenant Surge. So it's so funny they got her to play two of these, like, big, manly guys. Men are the reason it's a thing. You feel like we as women should take responsibility? Absolutely. No, absolutely. Like, you have to push back against this kind of thing. And, like, honestly, kudos to the men, women, or anybody else who are pushing back against it. Let me say her name, ears perk up for a second. Hey, Maddie Blaustein is amazing. She had such crazy range, too. That's the part that gets me, because, like, I've mentioned it before, but she was also Yugi's grandpa. And, like, Surge, Yugi's grandpa, and Meowth sound nothing alike. And it's so crazy. Please, no more. Like, you can hear things in her cadence if you know it's her every time. That you can kind of hear, but like as far as voices go, they don't sound alike at all. Pokemon are only good for making money. Why not use them? You stay out of our business. Lemonade for everyone. Sippy, sippy. All the Pokemon are taking a sippy, so how about we do too? Grab your favorite sugar-free, non-caffeinated beverage of choice. Got the water tumbler. And take a nice big sippy. A little soda pop. Supped. Nice. A little fresh water. Would that just make my Vaporeon bigger? Go ahead and cure Mio of his PlayStation network. I know there's only one more fight left, but I don't care. I want my babies to be healthy. Ah, some nice Baja Blast Kool-Aid with 5 cups of sugar. Oh, I see. You're drinking Kool-Aid and not a big glass of wine. I guess you don't eat pork or swine when you dine. You're not saving anyone, kid. I mean, yeah, sure. It's not like I just mowed down, like, 6 of your friends or whatever. But yeah, go off, fam. Ah, I forgot to mute the mic when I yawned. I am a tired little squeaker. I think I'm probably going to call it after we finish everything here with Pokemon Tower. Sleepy mouse, it's true. The return of Julia Michelle Heinemann. I was literally typing out how the EPs were claiming me. Yeah, there's not much stream left. It is after 11 already. Jeez Louise. I feel like this stream has just flown by. It does not feel like it's been 3.5 hours.
Don't fight us, rockets!
Yeah, I'll put you in my pocket and save you like rocket fuel.
You're not getting away with this!
Didn't notice that. Which part?
You came to save me? Thank you, but I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the spirit of Cubone's mother. I think Marowak's spirit has finally left us. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home, Pokemon house at the foot of this tower.
Oh, that's past 11?
Mr. Fuji's been praying alone for Cubone's mother.
It's so warm. Pokemon are so nice to hug. You're not going to get away with this. Sir, I am going to cut off your... I can get away with it. Free bottom surgery. He looks after abandoned and orphaned Pokemon.
Ow! Mots, your Pokedex quest is one that requires strong dedication. Without deep love for Pokemon, your quest may fail. I'm not sure if this will help you, but I'd like you to have it.
I got a flute.
Upon hearing this Pokemon flute, sleeping Pokemon will spring awake. Try using it on Pokemon that are sleeping obstacles. Has my Poke Flute helped you?
He handed us a recorder. A flute that's said to instantly awaken any Pokemon. It has a lovely tone. Played the Poke Flute. Now that's a catchy tune. We're about to become an obnoxious first grader. Now we can play Hot Cross Buns. Nah, fam, I'm gonna learn to freaking play Freebird. I'm gonna learn to play Through the Fire and Flames on Expert on a recorder. Save in the game. Okay, I remember to save. We didn't start having instruments of any kind until 4th grade. I feel like it was like 2nd or 3rd for me, but I don't exactly remember. You know, I'm actually glad we got everybody's levels evened out. A part of me really wants to go and get Red Bull 2 more levels so she can evolve into a Dodrio, but I'm actually going to call it for now, or I will go until like fucking midnight and not even pay attention to the time. Remember having bells in my head in preschool? Need to work on the Snow Point trainer after tonight. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you're actually doing something with that, Cole. That sounds awesome. But There's always something to look forward to next stream. That is true. But thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out and everything. Playing some Fire Red and adventuring through Kanto. Everybody, good night, Rain. Good night, everybody. You have a wonderful sleep. Bye. Game over. Yeah.